Hey, what's up, traders? So we're running a contest every single month. We pick one winner who comments, likes, and to subscribe to my channel and comments on every video this month. We randomly pick a drawing, and hopefully it's you. Just be sure you like, comment, and are subscribed to his channel, and you'll get free access to our full training academy and everything it is have to offer. Good luck, peace, and enjoy the next video. Hey, what's up, traders? Today is Monday, June 22nd. I had to look at my calendar real quick. June 22nd, 2020, and we kicked off the week pretty well. The market was ranging all over the place, but I think we have some really potential setups for the week. So a lot rolling over from last week. Still talking about the pound, still talking about Aussie dollar, and this is the last week of the month. So and actually 6 months, halfway through the year, the trading year. So there's going to be a lot of book squaring as far as in terms of hedge funds, Wall Street's getting all their books and everything looking nice and pretty for investors is essentially what that means. So we might not, I doubt we would see any huge moves this week. So I think the whole week is going to be a lot of kind of up and down, and maybe getting some footing for the upcoming following week, next week, which is also going to be NFP, and so in the first week of July. So let's check it out. And if before I get into it, please like, comment, subscribe to my channel, and if you'd like to be a part of our amazing trader community, click the link below to get started. All the strategies that I use every single day, I teach in my training. I've simplified. I do my best to simplify everything. I've been doing this for many years now, and we continue to grow our community, and I continue to work on my own skills as a trader and my ability to transfer that and to be a better teacher for all the guys and girls from all over the world that I mentor. So we have an amazing community. Shout out to everybody that's in the group. And with that being said, click the link below to get started. And also, I should just add that the price is unbeatable. You're not going to find a better price anywhere. So so that being said, I rebooted all my charts and stuff. So also I thought that'd be a good way to kick this video off. So now you can see most of my charts are going to be pretty naked, and you can see how I like to roll when I'm charting. So this is very important because technical analysis is super important. Obviously, nothing is more important than our psychological game, but the way that I break down charts and what I will teach you as my student, you can do it exactly like me, right? So, or learn what it is that I do and see what you identify with and take those strategies and then develop your own style. And that's exactly, I say it a million times a day to my traders in our VIP chat room. And, that's the most important thing you can do. A lot of my time is spent, I look for false breakdowns, false breakouts in the market, so I can really try to get a leg up on what the big money funds and banks are doing and the way they try to trick retail traders. So that's a big part of my strategy that you'll learn in much more detail and context in my training. So that being said, we have this nice we had a great trade here on GJ. We are and we're about 50-60 pips in a profit right now. You can see our stop loss is below this trend line here. I'm going to move my stop loss to entry. Should have already done that already, but I've been on the road all day. And you can see we've had what I'm trading off here is a couple different things. So nice false breakdown here, and we see this across the board with GBP pairs. A big part of my strategy is correlations trading. So I'm looking at how all these pairs correlates. So now we also have a breakout of this channel here, right? So you can just see nice and simple. This is a channel breakout, right? So, and you could also say it's a channel breakout, or the argument I think could definitely be made that it is a descending wedge breakout. And honestly, I kind of like the descending wedge breakout more, just because I like to trade them more. So I'll just turn it into that. But this is one of my favorite setups to trade here. So now there's a lot going on in this chart, right? So we have a head and shoulders here, right? This just looks like a big middle finger, right? It really does. But head and shoulders breakdown. And then down here, we also have this is a little kind of inverted head and shoulders. It really kind of tried to carve one out today. Didn't quite happen. But now, so we are seeing some good upside. This breakout is, this is in my book, you know, this 100 pip TP, it's just a matter of time. So this is a great way to kick off the week on Monday. And, you know, I think we're going to go much, much higher. So that's the 4 hour. Now let's take a look at the daily chart. So, and this is really, to be honest, where I need to start, where I usually start, and where I think it's best for everybody to start too. And beyond that, even better is the weekly. So here we are on the weekly, and now I'm going to get my bearings straight for some long-term targets for us to have in mind. And so right here, you say, well, dude, what are you doing? It should be like this, right? If I was following these wicks, but you know, these fractal points, and this is why I have my own approach to fractals. And it's very simple approach, but they work really well on this iPad because they're super small. So now they're just like really points that I use as reference points. So now here we have our clear false breakout and false breakout, which turned into a double top. And you can see, if we're going by the mantra that false breakout typically leads to breakdown, look at that, breakdown city. So now here we are on the weekly chart, and we're here, let's go to the daily. Now you can see this is that breakdown I just pointed, and I wouldn't quite call this a double bottom. Kind of looks like maybe it could be though. But here we are, and we have our upside target, which would take us all the way to 140. So honestly, I've already taken quite a bit of profits on this trade on my account. So I'm looking and hoping for one more dip or a good buying opportunity so I can get back in it. And honestly, I think, you know, we're getting close. I'm going to give it about 30-40 minutes, let the trades and agent session chill out a little bit. But you know, this trade has just begun, and like I said, I think we're going much, much higher. So now, where are we at? So boom. So this is like a order that I like to present. So we have our trend lines, we have our targets, we have our the reasons why this is happening, and all the different confluences and scenarios. And then I top it off with a Fibonacci, and you can see we're sitting right on this 38.2% retracement. So everything, in my opinion, is going, you know, good for us in this trade. So I'm really, really loving the setup. So, you know, not to say there won't be obstacles along the way. This is trading, and this is life, and that's how it is, and that's why there's such a good mirror for each other. But you know, targeting the 61.8, which will take us also close to this trend line, which if we also look left, so these are all things that I teach and have been teaching. You know, if you want to just get a taste of it, go to my YouTube channel, and all the content and value I give away for free. Just check it out, have a look, and if you vibe with it, then come back and see it. So now I can just go all the way across here. If I'm looking left, right, look how significant this level is here. So right, so you can see how big of a role it's played going back to 2016. So we don't have to go back any further. So, you know, but now you might be saying, dude, Clay, the price is way down here. Why are you talking about that? This area, not only is it going to potentially be a rejection point, but until it gets there, you can also think of the reverse, that it's up there pulling price up like a magnet. So we're getting pulled toward these targets, and you know, makes us look good for this bounce that we have coming out of this breakout from the this descending wedge pattern here. So one of my favorite trade structures to trade, and so we'll see how it pans out, and we will definitely be going deeper into this in the VIP group. So don't miss out on that. So there's GBPJPY. Let's look at a trade that didn't work out today. So you know, I want to make sure that I do this and do it more, right? So you know, because not all my trades do work out. I do obviously lose. So but as long as you are managing your risk, and that's the main thing, and you're stay alive to fight another day, then you know, you can continue to still stay in the game. That's the main point. And so even though we on I still have a position open here that I'm holding, because I do feel pretty good about us popping higher from here. And I didn't think we were gonna break down this much. In fact, our entry was somewhere around, yeah, it was maybe a little bit higher than this there. And what I was going for from that was like this, you can see, bouncing off of the support here. So you can see my line of my thought process here, and had us at a nice X marks the spot nexus here. But the thing is, we saw a lot of risk on today, and like I said, with the book squaring going into the end of the week, this is probably the trend we're going to see throughout the week. Not a lot of feathers getting ruffled, and you know, more just kind of getting everything looking nice for investors, and then more bigger moves, a little more controversy, and a little more you know, action more than likely is going to come next week. But it's trading, man. Anything can happen. But here we are on dollar CAD, and we'd broken down from, and you know, we traded this all the way down. It was a great trade. We broke down out of this triangle consolidation, and what do? We came down and we filled this gap here. So we filled the gap, and that is what's going on here, right? We filled this gap, and now we've popped back up, and we're sitting on top of this consolidation. So even though that we did get stopped out today, that doesn't mean this, like where we are now, this trade still has a lot of potential in my mind. Now, if we break back below, especially if we break back below this area here, this which was the gap that got filled, then man, that is going to be ultra bearish dollar CAD. There's no argument on that, that's for sure. But if we continue to bounce here, which to me it does look like some pretty high probable reversal territory, I would target the top of what was the pennant, or actually it wasn't a pennant, it was more of a descending triangle. Let's see here. And I would be looking for a retest of the backside of this, and then which will create an excellent shorting opportunity. So we have this really nicely mapped out, and you can see it just so happens that the backside of that trend line is very close to the 78.6% retracement. So that really makes sense for a good target there. So now I have to figure out where exactly the Fibonacci's would be lining up at if it was from this high, which I think it would be, as opposed to this high, because I'll tell you why here is that this was the start of the move, right? So this was consolidation, but in my mind, this was where we got a high, lower high, lower high, and then a breakdown below there. So, and then a reversal of that trend. So now we just need a higher high coming back in this direction, and that will be a a good sign of continuation. So long story short there, I'm going to look to re-enter this trade. Sorry that we took that L, guys and gals. Nobody ever wants that to happen, but it is a part of the game. And if you can't handle losing, then you shouldn't be in this profession. That is for damn sure. So, but we also have nice confluence here at 61.8. So there's a lot going for this trade in the future. So it's something that we're definitely going to be revisiting here for sure. So let's see. Now let's take a look at NZD USD. So we got some good action on this little breakout here in U. And we're not quite in such a profound bullish flag like we are in Euro USD, but nonetheless, this is a pretty good looking setup. It's hard not to like it. From any, if you're a trading nerd or geek and like watching these setups form, then this is definitely one for you for sure. So here we have what looks like pretty textbook bullish pennant, and we've broken out of here. So we've broken out of this bullish pennant. Now the question is, where do we go from here? And I taught this I teach this in many videos, as also in even more depth, teach it in the structures area of the training. So now this is the obstacle. We're gonna have to blow behind and just blow through, which I definitely think we can, especially if we continue to see such a rally in risk. So here we are, NZD USD. We've broken out of here. This is going to be a tough sell. So I'm looking up. I think it might start raining soon, so I'm trying to hurry with this video. But this is going to be a tough sell for us to stay in this consolidation pattern, because if we go to the weekly, dude, we are way down here. We are way down here, and the dollar, Trump doesn't want the dollar to be that strong. The Fed doesn't want the dollar to be that strong. So my guess is we're probably going to see a weaker dollar. So now the caveat to that is if I talked about this in something else I did recently, and I'll be posting that soon, so I won't give away too much information about that. But if we do see that turnaround in the S&P 500, a drop lower in indices, then we're going to see a good chunk of that money flow out of the indices and into the dollars. So so that being said, though, NZD/USD looks like a great trade. And now what do we have? We have some targets. Okay, so I've mentioned this before on this little radio show analysis end of the day podcast. So, but no, I'm just real though. If this is a bullish pennant, which it sure looks like it to me, then the next move, typically from a textbook, textbook definition, is going to equal the prior flagpole length. Okay, so here we go. And so what would that look like? All right, so maybe something like this. Yeah, and that would have us at 71.17. So, about 500 pips from where we are now. So, man, excellent, excellent opportunity here. So something to watch very, very, very closely. And, actually, I'm going to pause this, send this out to my VIP group because this trade's got me definitely excited. Alrighty, so that's NZD/USD. Let's get pull back my charts, and so I think there's a bunch of opportunities. It depends on what happens with risk, and this re-entry on dollar CAD does look good. I'm gonna be looking to get into that. I do want to talk about, last but not least, GBPAUD, and I've been talking about this for weeks now, and we started to try to break down here, and it just keeps trying to add me as a fool. So, but look at this, check it out. On the daily chart, look at this divergence here. We tried to break down here. We really tried. The support's been holding. It really has. So, and this is the candlestick from right here. You can see this hammer candle. So to me, that was a pretty big sign of a potential reversal. So, but it hasn't quite materialized yet. Now, the risk to reward here, though, is just absolutely fantastic. So, now it's a great time to enter back in some more shorts. I'm actually going to pause this and send a trade out to the group. All right, so just got a signal sent out to our VIP group for GBPAUD. So re-entering back on this trade, and I'm telling you the reward for the risk here of having, say, our stop loss is down below. Well below this line right here. This is actually a false breakdown point. At least I'm hoping that's what it turns out to be. We could just start to just churn lower here and really grind lower, but I have a feeling, and there's a lot of technical analysis that backs it up, that that's not going to be the case. And all we really need is for the pound to really make up its mind, show some strength, and I think that we're getting a clue for that to happen with just to tie it all back to the start. Let's have a look one more time at the pound yen, where you can see we've already started this made a nice bullish move to the upside here. So so that being said, yep, I love this trade, this pound Aussie trade. I know some of y'all are already probably like, give it up, man, but man, I also like that. I also like this dollar CAD. So there's a bunch of good trades presenting themselves, and we're just getting started. So it's going to be a great week, despite the book squaring and the ranging nature of the market. Most likely this week, we're going to have a great week. I promise you that. And so that being said, thanks for the support. I appreciate you. I think it's starting to thunderstorm. I can hear the thunder. I don't know if you can, but stay safe out there. And if you want to be a part of our amazing community of traders, click links below to get started. And I will see you in the VIP chat room. Peace. See ya. Adios.